everyone, welcome back to This Is My Voice. I'm your host, Laura Tia, and today we're tackling something I've been dying to talk about. The fact that we've forgotten how to argue. Seriously. We've lost the ability to debate constructively. Instead of engaging in thoughtful discussions, we declare our opinions like an act of war and wait for a chance to speak, preferably louder. Social media has amplified this, turning disagreements into personal attacks or cancellations. Somewhere between tweets, subtweets, and I said what I said, we've turned dialogue into a demolition derby. You can't just disagree with people anymore. Say one wrong thing online and you're cancelled. Say nothing and you're complicit. Between those extremes, we've lost the middle ground where we could argue respectfully without trying to emotionally vaporize each other. Here's the thing. Arguing used to mean exchanging ideas. You'd say, I see it differently. And someone else would say, that's interesting. Why? Now, disagreement is seen as disrespect. The moment you question something, it's like you've declared war. We've become allergic to being challenged. Everyone's fragile ideologically. And instead of talking, we retreat into echo chambers where everyone agrees with us because it's safer to be liked than real. And let's be honest, arguing online is even worse. The second you post an opinion, the internet turns into a courtroom. There's the prosecution, the defense, and 300 strangers actively commenting with popcorn emojis. No one's trying to understand anything. They're just waiting for someone to mess up so they can screenshot it for later. We've become so focused on winning that we've lost the ability to listen and engage with opposing views. Instead of constructive dialogues, arguments often turn into heated exchanges where no one learns or grows. Let's figure out why this keeps happening, because it's not just bad manners. First, the algorithm thrives on chaos. Outrage drives engagement, so the more divisive a post is, the more visibility it gains. So naturally, we start mimicking outrage instead of expressing genuine opinions. Second, we've tied our identities to our beliefs. Changing your mind now feels like confessing to a crime, as if evolving somehow betrays who you are. But isn't that the whole point of growing? Third, we argue for the audience. Conversations are no longer private. Everything's a performance curated, captioned, and posted for likes. So instead of saying, I see your point, we say, here's my entire moral stance in a thread of 23 tweets. Amid all that noise, the nuance of debates quietly fades away. I had a conversation recently that perfectly sums this up. I wasn't even mad. I just disagreed with a friend about something small, like how serious AI regulation should be or whether pineapple belongs on pizza, which, for the record, it does. But halfway through, I realized we weren't even talking to each other anymore. It was an all-out, guns blazing show. Every sentence started with, but you don't understand, and ended with, that's not what I meant. It's like recently, everyone walks into a conversation wearing guardrails, braced for impact, and ready to be misunderstood. And once that happens, curiosity disappears, leaving only the need to survive the disagreement. Arguing isn't inherently problematic. It's how we approach it that creates challenges. Growing up, I was taught that no two people are alike, which means our perspectives and mindsets, shaped by our unique experiences, naturally differ. That's why disagreements are inevitable and even valuable. Debating with friends or strangers can open us to new perspectives and improve our understanding. Somewhere along the way, though, we lost sight of the idea that disagreements can be productive, that you can be right about your experience and someone else can still be right about theirs. The intent of a good argument isn't to win, it's about understanding. The best outcome is leaving the conversation thinking, I still disagree, but at least I get where they're coming from. Unfortunately, that kind of nuance doesn't thrive on social media, where outrage spreads faster than empathy. We need to remember how to argue without blowing everything up. Ask questions instead of statements. Lead with curiosity, not sarcasm. And remember, if you have to humiliate someone to make your point, you probably don't have one. And listen, you don't have to agree with everyone. That's impossible. But maybe, just maybe, we can start disagreeing without destroying each other in the process. You don't need to win every conversation. Sometimes the victory is just staying open enough to understand another human being. We've forgotten how to argue, but we can relearn one conversation at a time. The next time you're in a heated debate, pause and ask yourself, am I trying to connect or am I trying to conquer? One path leads to building something meaningful. The other just leaves everything in ruins. Thank you for hanging out with me on This Is My Voice. If today's episode struck a chord, that's exactly what it's meant to do. Finding our way back to each other starts with learning how to have real conversations, not just loud arguments. And hey, I'd love to hear your thoughts. When was the last time you had a disagreement that actually taught you something? Share your thoughts in the Spotify poll or join the conversation on Silent Things. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with someone you've argued with recently. Maybe it'll start a better one. Until next time, speak your mind, but don't forget to listen while you do.